Hi, I'm Stuart from the Norfolk Honey Company. It's really early in the morning, it's still dark outside, and I'm moving bees. So it was too dark earlier to show you how we'd got everything sorted, but we've already managed to get 8 beehives on the back of the pickup. I've just got a couple more to pick up, and it's just about light now. It's still really cold, so the bees aren't out flying, and that's the important bit. I'm taking the bees away before it gets too warm for them, and then they're out flying. So we're just going to tape up a couple more, and then I'm going to lift them onto the back of the pickup and strap them down. We've only got about 20 minutes drive to the new site, so it's not very far away, so we don't need to use travel screens, and it's still quite chilly, so they're not going to overheat. And the colonies at this time of the year are relatively small as well, so we haven't got a huge mass of bees inside the beehive that are going to overheat. So I'll spin the camera around and just point it over at one of the hives. They're all very light, so I can lift them myself without any help, and I'll just bring it across and we'll get it on the pickup. So there's lots of different ways you can block up the entrance ready for moving bees. You can use grass and just stuff it into the entrance. You can use foam, but because we're not travelling very far, I'm just using a bit of duct tape across the front. And that's more than adequate just to take them a very short distance. The only time I don't use it is when it's quite wet and the tape doesn't stick to the hives, but one strip of tape across the front there, and that keeps the bees nice and secure. So it's the same ratchet strap that I use on some of the beehives, straight across the top, and then just tighten it down. And they're really secure, they're not going to go anywhere. So we're all set to move the bees now to the new site, but the last thing is that I need to just wind up the tape and store this somewhere safe so that it doesn't flap around all over the place. And then we're ready to go. We've yet to take off the straps, but we leave that until the end, and then finally we're going to take the tape off and allow the bees access to the field. It's only taken us 20 minutes to get here and probably 10 minutes just to unload, and all of the bees are on open mesh floors, so there's plenty of ventilation for them, and it's still quite chilly even though the sun is now starting to rise. So it's been a successful move, so we'll just get all of the straps off and then we'll start taking the tape out. So we've got them all unstrapped, and you'll notice that they're not in a straight line and that we've got the entrances pointing in all sorts of different directions. That's so that we don't get any drifting between the colonies. If we had them in a straight line with all entrances pointing towards the field, then on windy days the bees are likely to drift across to different hives, and that could spread disease. So we're doing all we can to minimise the risk of spreading disease by drifting, and that's why they're in this rather higgledy-piggledy shape. So it's all the straps off, and now all that remains is to remove the tape. Got lots of space, they can fly around, orientate themselves to their new home, and then they're ready for when the oilseed rape comes into flower, which looks as if it's going to be in the next few days. I hope you found that interesting. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. We are now at the start of the season. Don't forget to take a look at our Facebook group, which is Stuart's Beekeeping Basics, and there's a lot of conversation going on there, which is great. If you haven't yet taken a look at our Patron page, it's a site where you can support me in all the production of these videos, and I'd be really grateful if you could take a quick look at that. And next time you see us, we'll be back at this site and we'll be putting some supers on, ready for the bees to start producing some honey. Thanks for watching.